In the wake of any catastrophe like the hurricane and flood that ravaged New Orleans, a common reaction is to focus on ways to resist or fortify against these problems in the future. In building terms, this leads to higher walls, massive levees, and other ways to push back against nature. Our design takes an opposite approach, working to integrate the building and its site development with the natural environment, in essence working with nature rather than pushing against it.
With the help of Autodesk technology, Mark and Peter Anderson of Anderson Architecture have created a high-density urban housing landscape that will do more than simply exist in the environment. It will be an active participant.
In the approach to this project, we wanted to take fine-grained elements and take advantage of multiple production for efficiency, cost savings, and lesser impact on the environment. We think of prefabrication as an opportunity for very custom, optimized development of individual pieces that can be deployed in different ways for custom environments.
Another crucial element to sustainable design is the selection of building materials. From live views of the building database, always accurate schedules of building components are obtained directly from the model to determine percentage of material reuse, recycling, or salvage. Revit allows structural engineers to apply load case scenarios to structural designs to account for forces such as wind magnitude and direction and seismic loads, and then actually see how these cases would affect the model in a real-world scenario. Green Building Studio allows architects to test building performance and validate design options by creating geometrically correct thermal energy models with almost immediate feedback on the energy implications of the architectural design scenarios.
The cooling breezes off of the river allow for airflow to happen between each of the units rather than being blocked by the whole building itself. This promotes good airflow through the public spaces as well as through the individual spaces of the units.
Autodesk 3ds Max lighting modeling enables you to quickly modify your building to see the impact on energy efficiency. Being able to integrate the sun's energy into the design of the building envelope and fenestration, and knowing ahead of time that it will work, is sustainable design in action.
We use shadow analysis early on in the design process to allow us to figure out where there would be sun at different times of the day and to have exterior living spaces that would be cooled by the natural shading. The curtain wall was a really important part of the design from the very beginning. We realized that the interface between the building and its natural environment needed to be dynamic. It needed to be able to change with the different seasons, the different times of the day.
Autodesk Revit technology provides such information easily. Revit eliminates construction documents that aren't consistent or coordinated and don't accurately reflect the design, thus eliminating waste and inefficiency.
So we used the modeling software to allow us to study what amount of openness, what degree of openness we would want to have for the curtain wall screens. It allows different amounts of airflow, different amounts of light flow, and view in and out. In our studio, we work a lot with models. That means physical models, digital models. Things that we can make and touch and see are very important. By using the 3D modeling software, we can initially try out an idea in the computer and animate it. At the edge of the river, under normal conditions, the sponge combs trap sediment and create a habitat for plants and animals, which contributes to the natural buildup of higher ground that helps protect the city. When the water rises in flood conditions, the sponge combs swell to provide temporary dikes between the building and the river. When the river later falls, the sponge combs dry and shrink again to allow the easy passage of people and animals from the land to the river's edge.
Imagine the advantages of seeing the building, its materials, its structure, and its performance, all before it's built in real time as it's designed. Autodesk tools empower design professionals to measure and analyze the performance cost and occupant experience of a building, reduce the time and resources required to create sustainable projects, and decrease material waste. By working with the world's leading architects like Mark and Peter Anderson, as well as engineers and designers to drive awareness and increase the adoption of sustainable design principles, Autodesk is proud to take part in a brighter future, a braver landscape, and a cleaner environment.